But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo. He's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason.
He can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Oh, because you're talking about Crawford. He's
Weight classes.
the most composed guy. What, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No.
I think Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez.
I think he's too small. But then again, I thought he was too small for Spence. So shows what I know.
Fighters explain why Canelo Alvarez is expected to dominate Terence Crawford. But boxing legend Mike Tyson isn't convinced this fight is a good idea. He has serious doubts about Crawford's chances, warning that facing Canelo could be a big mistake. With Canelo's size, power, and relentless pressure, Tyson sees this as a dangerous and possibly disastrous challenge for Crawford. One that might be too much for him to handle.
Terence Crawford, tremendous fighter. You're a big supporter of his. He wants to move up 3 weight classes and fight Canelo. What do you think?
He can do what he wants, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I just don't think it's a good idea. You know, I don't think, what would he have? I don't know. I just don't think it's a good idea. People have done things crazy like that before. It's just that he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do it.
You posted the other day, there's a picture of you in a Rolls Royce, and you said, the quote is, "I can't remember how many of these I gave away." Tell me about that.
It's, I don't know. I guess wasn't used to having money. It's changed. When I had one, you know, you're not accustomed to that shit, man.
Yeah, but not everybody's Mike Tyson. You're very generous. You're a genuine, nice person. Tillman told me that one time you lent him his car, he kept it for like 3 months or something.
I don't know, this shit. Listen, if you have money and you can't help nobody with it, what's the purpose of having it?
David Benavidez sees Canelo Alvarez as a big motivation and respects his skills and achievements. He believes the fight between Canelo and Crawford is a solid matchup, showing his positive outlook on the bout.
It's going to come to fruition in September. What are your thoughts on that bout?
I have nothing to say. It's a good fight. And it's a good fight. I wish both of them the best.
All right, next question over
here. Do you use that for motivation at all? Like Canelo's like, you know.
I definitely do use that as motivation because if I was such an easy fighter and target, he would have came and beat me already. Just for him not fighting me lets me know how dangerous I am.
How would you approach a fight?
Is there scissors? Is there scissors? Ask for scissors. Go ahead.
How would you approach a fight with Terence Crawford if it was you against Crawford?
To be honest with you, if I fought Terence Crawford, I would definitely use my size, my reach, my weight to my advantage. Crawford is a very smart fighter, but I guess thankfully I'm not fighting him.
Ryan Garcia highlights Canelo Alvarez's size, strength, and power as major advantages over Terence Crawford. He argues that Crawford moving up in weight puts him at a serious disadvantage, making it tough for him to handle Canelo's physicality in the ring.
It's a great fight too. I can't believe they made that happen. So yeah, Turkey's been making a lot of great fights happen. You can't really hate on it. But I'm excited for that. I know Canelo. He's so big, so strong, and I think he'll be just too big. I mean, weight classes matter for a reason.
Last question, Ali. He said Teofimo and Boots are going to be on your October undercard.
Oh, yeah,
and the winners would fight each other. Is that what you were told?
I didn't know that, but
I
don't care. Let's do it. I wanted to fight Teofimo too.
Last one. I gotta do this. I agree with you that there's a lot of sanctioning bodies. There's a lot of promoters. There's gonna be more testing organizations, not just one. Tell me about that. Why are you so adamant about that?
I think that when a coach is pushing a certain organization, it just strikes me off weird. And for it to be like a mandatory thing, like why can't I use another organization, you know? But again, I don't want to talk about them because, you know, it might sue.
Sean Porter doubts whether Terence Crawford can handle Canelo Alvarez's power, given Canelo's reputation for brutal punches. He questions if Crawford can withstand that kind of force, especially since he's moving up in weight, highlighting the bigger concern about Crawford facing a naturally stronger opponent.
The others say, like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like, once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, you know, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, you know, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out. You know what I mean? So
Mikey Garcia predicts Canelo Alvarez will win, citing his size and power as the key factors. He believes Canelo's physicality will be the deciding factor in the fight, making it a tough challenge for Crawford.
I'm not even a fan of that fight. They're too many weight classes apart. And although the skills, Crawford is one of the best fighters that I've seen. Now, Canelo is, fighting at 168. Crawford just moved up to 154, and he had some trouble with that in that fight. Now, where do you plan on going? 164, 65, 66? Yeah. Canelo ain't gonna come down to 160. Yeah. Canelo ain't gonna come down. Maybe 166 max if he accepts. Yeah. I think Canelo wins that fight based on just the size, power and size. Now, skill wise, I think Crawford's a better skilled fighter, but the difference in size will be the deciding factor, and that's why I'm not even a fan of that fight. I think Crawford has accomplished everything he had to accomplish. From 140, 147, now 154. That's even greater for him. He wants to do something, collect belts at 154. He can attempt that. But there's no money in that compared to the Canelo fight. And Canelo is trying to fight other guys, and at that point, it's more of a big fight, for the money that's gonna generate. But as a fight fan, I'm not really a fan of that matchmaking. I'd rather see Canelo move up and fight somebody like Beterbiev or Bivol again. Yeah. If he wanted to challenge himself, move up to 175 again, and challenge himself against those guys. Not a smaller guy moving up.
Mikey Garcia predicts Canelo Alvarez will win, citing his size and power as the key factors. He believes Canelo's physicality will be the deciding factor in the fight, making it a tough challenge for Crawford. If you want more boxing updates and expert opinions, make sure to hit that subscribe button.